Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to work with the ORA PMS dashboard. There are 4 major parts in the dashboard, each represent their subparts, which include the financial details, reservation check-ins detail, room details, staff and customer details. Let's begin with financial details section. There are 8 subparts of financial details, which include revenue, receivable, room security, purchasing and so on. Let's talk about total revenue. This part represents the overall earnings from room bookings and other services provided. It is also linked with Cashbook. You can see the revenue details by clicking on the revenue card. Moving to the next section, receivables. This part represents due amounts from guests. Moving to the next section, payable room security. This part represent amount taken as room security from the guests and need to return on guest checkout. Moving to the next section, purchasing inventory. This part represent total rate of items that were purchased during the date range. Invoice received. This part represent total bill of purchased item during the date range. Payments to supplier represent amount paid to suppliers for the invoices received during the date range. Partial expenses represent total expense by the property during the date range. Operational profit loss represent total profit loss by the property during the date range by calculating the total revenue and total expense. Now, moving to the next section, reservation check-in. There are 6 predefined subparts of reservation check-in details, which include check-in, upcoming check-in, no-show, cancellation, expected check-ins, expected checkouts, and 1 reservation check-in source-based. Dynamic card list. Check-in represent total numbers of guest check-ins during the date range. Upcoming check-in represent guest check-ins to be no-show, represent total numbers of guests don't show up and marked their reservation as no-show during the date range. Cancellation represent total numbers of reservations cancelled during the date range. Expected check-ins represent total numbers of guests to be check-in today. Expected checkouts represent total numbers of guests to be check-out today. Reservation check-in source-based dynamic card list represent the no of check-ins for that specific source in the selected date range. This list is dynamic and can vary between dates. Now, moving to the next section, rooms. There are 6 predefined subparts of rooms section, which include total rooms, total occupancy, available rooms, blocked rooms, dirty rooms, and current guests. Total rooms represents to total rooms registered on this property. Total occupancy represents no of rooms currently occupied. Available rooms represents no of rooms currently available. Blocked rooms represents no of rooms currently blocked. Dirty rooms represents no of rooms currently dirty and need to fix by the housekeeping staff. Current guests represents no of guest present at the property. This section gives real-time details of the property rooms. Now, moving to the next section. Staff and customer. There are 2 predefined card for staff and customer section, which are total staff and registered customer. Total staff represent the total staff registered on the property and also highlight the no of staff that is present today. Registered customers represent the no of guest registered during the selected date range. There is also staff department-based list, which is dynamic and represent the no of employees for each department. Each card in dashboard shows dynamic data and able to show the details. To see the details of the data, just click on the card. If it has any details to show, a pop-up will appear with the details. Reservations details represent the details of reservation of selected range in graph. Revenue and expense represent the details of revenue and expense of selected range in graph. Occupancy stats represent the details of occupancy status of selected range in graph. Revenue represent the details of total revenue in table of selected range from different sources. Latest 10 check-ins represent the detail of last 10 check-ins and their details. Demands represent the demand note from customer and guests.